Hello, YouTube. Hello, MGTOW. Hello, Red Pill. This is Red Pill in the Wind. Now, I'm gonna tell you a little something I learned. You know, it's crazy. I was on the live stream and I don't remember the name of the person, but he said something. But he said black people are only pro-black when it is convenient, especially black women. Especially black women, you know, especially black women. Dang, these grades are really coming in. Black women, in particularly, are only pro-black when it's convenient for them. Only when it's convenient for them. And he's right. The live stream that I was on today, earlier, 23rd of March, 2023, proved the point correctly. And even when, and it's only in certain aspects, you know, when it's an educated lame, somebody they didn't want in the first daggone place, talking to another woman of a different culture, they want to get mad. They always get mad. They always seem to get mad, you know. They always get real good and pissed, you know. But when is a black man talking, saying something that black men need to hear, they're mad. They're not as mad as if it was a white woman talking to black men. That tells me that you don't want the black man with a qualification. You don't want a black man with a qualification, but you don't want anybody else to have a chance with it, right? Wait. Make that make sense to me. Make that make sense to me. Help me help you make that make sense to me. You know? Because it doesn't make any sense. You don't want us, but yet you don't want it. So what do you want? I mean, and that's why we say it doesn't matter what you want. That's why SYSBM exists. That's why IPMOR at least has hope. I don't even know why they have hope that you can be negotiating, because you can't negotiate, because we understand. Me as a black man, I understand fully that I can't negotiate with you, and I will not negotiate the terms of a relationship with a black woman. It is what it is, because it's unnegotiable. It's unnegotiable for it. So I'll sell my talents for cheap. Heck, I'll even sell my talents for free, you know? Because there's no point in holding on to talents when there's nothing and no one to hold on to them for. If I'm a rapper, I'll sell my art. I'll give it away. I'll just give it away. If I'm an artist, a painter, I'll give my art away. I will paint at this point in the stage. There should be, like, black men are so devalued by black women. We might have, if you're a painter, paint a picture. Find a random white person, tell them, sign it, it's your picture. You created this. At this point, that's what should start happening at this point. That's what at this point, it's done. Have the person of another race, Filipino, just paint a picture if you're a painter and is a good drawer, a good artist. Create that portrait and have somebody else of a different culture sign it. It is now theirs. It doesn't matter if it belongs to an art gallery or nothing. Just have somebody else sign it. Because guess what? Black culture is dead. That live stream with Irv Gotti, Pastor $40, showed me everything. Opened my eyes. Black women are not willing to listen. And you know what the funny thing about it is? These black men who claim to be alphas, they're not willing to listen to somebody like me. So I'm not willing to do anything for it. I'll go outside of my culture. This is what you created. This is the monster you created. And I will not back out. Then that's the hill I will die on. That is the hill I'll die on. 13% of the population, 14 on a good day, on a good year. 14 on a good year. And it's like, black women don't like black men anyway. Why are you still dealing? Why are black men still trying? Especially if you get a qualification and education and speak proper English. Especially if you speak proper English. I'm just gonna say you look at the escort sites. I mean, look at the escort sites. Look at the judge. Click on one of them black women. They will say no African Americans. I do the legwork for you. I do the legwork for you. You're welcome. So, why are black men dealing with other cultures? Because they know our culture. We're not going to get anything. And they're to the point where they don't care what their kid looks like, as long as they're healthy and happy. They don't care if the kid doesn't look black. Oh, guess what? Well, oh well. Many black men are like me. We don't care if our kid looks like us. We don't care. Because you know why? Because black women have made it so. We are destroyed. I want to give you the content, a little bit of that, but a little piece of that live stream. Yes, we are selling our creativity for cheap. You know why? Because you didn't want our creativity. Because black women didn't want our creativity. And before you go ahead and say that I need to get over my trauma caused by other black women, why don't you get over your trauma caused by the men that you slept with? Before you start telling the black man what he should and should do. Like I said, you want to tell me that I should stop selling my creativity for cheap or for free? Learn how to paint your own nails. Learn how to do your own makeup. Learn how to do your own hair. And stop wearing that gelled up weave tracks, the gelled up, sewed up weave track. Before many black men will even consider talking to you. It is what it is. I'm a black man. Now, other people say that because I know where my grandfather and my grandmother came from, I could claim to be Afro-Caribbean, Afro-Latino. I could be claimed to be Afro-Caribbean, Afro-Latino, but I'm not going to do that. I know my grandfather came from Jamaica. My great-grandfather came from Jamaica. I know my great-grandmother came from Cuba. But I'm not going to claim it. I'm not going to claim it. If I just so happen to have kids, I'll do what I can. I'll do what I can to make sure that my kids know they have that knowledge of who their grandfather and the great-grandfather and the great-grandmother were. You know, I have met a lot of historical people. I've met one of the last Tuskegee Airmen. I have met one of the last Tuskegee Airmen. I have an uncle whose father was was a casualty in an Okeechee, Florida massacre. That I am blessed. My grandfather fought in World War II. My uncle was in the Korean War. No, one of my uncles fought in the Korean War. The other one fought in the Vietnam. Has a K-bar that's seen the first and second Tet Offensive. Still sharp as the day it was pulled out. It was first pulled out of the sheath. I've met a lot of powerful black men that black women continuously talk crap on. A lot of freaking, a lot of freaking black women are talking. When I hear black women talking about black people, they fail to understand that there are a lot of that I have met a lot of powerful black men with power. I was raised by one of them. I was raised by one of the original Black Panthers. Let me say that again. I was raised by one of the original Black Panthers. So I know all about pro-black. And I know about circumstance or convenience, the difference between convenience and circumstance. So before you go ramming down my freaking throat about, hey, you need to heal what was done to you, but please shut up and heal from the men you screwed. Heal from the gang, from the amounts of jizz coming that was being guzzled down your throat. Why don't you heal from the jizz that was being shot up in your freaking womb, up in your walls, painting your walls? Why don't you heal from that freaking jizz that was that's literally squirting out your goddamn colon before you come and freaking tell me to heal about what black women have done to me? I'll heal when I'm good and got doggone ready. And right now, I don't see a reason to be healing from any freaking trauma that any black woman has done to me. Outside of my family, and even inside of my family, black women have done some good things and some bad things. So miss me with that BS on healing Cause I know, cause I can tell the difference between a good black woman and a piss poor, and we're running out, and we're fresh out of good black women. We are clean out. I've done many videos on what black women have done. I've done a video. There's a video on my freaking YouTube channel where I clipped the freaking clip of a black woman telling her white boyfriend or husband not to stop for a black man in 100 and some degree heat because his car's broke down. How am I supposed to heal from the trauma when you continuously perpetuate the trauma? As I said, when you were in your teens and your early 20s, you told many good black men who would work hard to basically provide for their family to go fine dine on the pine. You know, let me say that, and let me get a little bit more for you. Fine dine on a pine bench. You sat them on a bench. You turned them into bench warmers, and they weren't gonna stay with that team if they was gonna be bench warmers. I wasn't gonna stay with the team if I was gonna be a bench warmer. Been there, done that. No, thank you. Been there, done that. No, thank you. You can have that BS. You can have that craziness. You can have that Jack Russell fornicacy. I will not sit on a bench and wait for a person to win. I will not sit on a bench and wait for some chick to take me off a bench. I will find another team. I will not. It is what it is. To the few black women that are good, decent black women out there, I am sorry. You better talk with your sisters. Because for everything that I've worked, I have shed too many tears. I've sweat too many gallons of buckets of sweat. I've bled for it. And I've sacrificed way too much to even take a chance on you. In fact, it's not just black women, it's American women in general. I've bled too many pints of blood. I've shed too many tears, and I've sweat too many gallons of freaking sweat. And I've sacrificed too much of my time. Too much of my time to waste, to let you into my life, to let you mess it up, to let you take what little of my sanity I have left. So, Joe, go ahead and try to tell me I need to heal from what black women have done to me. And I'm going to tell you to go heal from the men you picked. From the men you picked. From the men you picked. From the men that you picked. You picked those men. Not me. You. Not me. I didn't pick them. You did. You. You are the sole proprietor of your mistakes. And you keep your young and dumb behind. Oh, I was young and dumb. But guess what? What'd you get out of the deal? What did you get out the deal? You got a baby out the deal. You got burnt out the deal. Emotionally, physically, and health-wise. And mentally. You got burnt. You got burnt. And I'm not I'm not laying in a ring of fire. I'm not raising somebody else's kid that they should have taken responsibility. I'm not going to do it. Am I a bad person? I probably am. But guess what? I lived long enough to be the villain. I lived long enough to be the villain. And I'll live as long as I can, and I will do what I can to live as long as I can as the villain. You created men like me, ladies, black women. You created men like me. Now I've seen good black women. I've seen strong, good black women. But they're either old or they're dead. They're either old or they're dead. And very few black women exist that are good and strong. There aren't too many. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I'll wait. If you prove me wrong, I might even consider taking this video down. But until then, it is what it is. This is Red Pill in the Wind signing off.